underhook, 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 underhook. So when I get my underhook for the arm crush position, I want my elbow pointing towards the sky. I want my hands connected and as close to my armpit as possible. I want my shoulder rolled forward, right? So shoulder rolled back, shoulder rolled forward. I want my shoulder rolled forward, and then my head leans into the arm as tight as I can. And all of those create a very, very tiny space so that they can't roll their elbow down. So if you go to your knees real quick. So, say them all one more time. So the elbow goes towards the sky, hands are connected, my hands try to touch my own armpit, I roll my shoulder forward, and I lean my head into the arm all at the same time. And Darius, if you try to pull your arm out of that gap, yeah, he's not going anywhere. So if I loosen up, his goal is going to be slowly pull your arm out of the gap. His elbow has to turn down in this position to get out of it. So with that in mind, when he's trying to pull his elbow down and rotating like that, that's what we're trying to make sure that doesn't happen. So when we get this grip, do everything at once. So elbow, hands, shoulder, and head all at once, knowing that that's how he has to get out is roll his elbow. As long as I have this rotation coming down like this and my head pressing in and all those other steps there, he shouldn't be able to get out. And from here, there's infinite number of options. You can slide back with it for the arm crush. You can keep this and walk your legs into the triangle. You can go to Gordon Ryan's Sumigashi style. So, with all those in mind, now we're gonna have Darius walk through the steps. So, he's got the underhook. So step one, elbow's gonna point towards the sky all the way as high as you can. Yep, connect your hands, get them as close as you can to your own armpit. You roll your shoulder forward and pinch your head into my arm as tight as you can. And now I'm gonna pull real hard. Yes, it's exactly what we want. See, it should be, if the person on top is a little bit bigger or there's same strength, you should be able to pull them so hard they come off the ground like that. And now he has all those options that we were just talking about. If we're in like a basic stance, it's very hard to just run in and win underhooks. It's not very realistic. So, at least in wrestling, and what our wrestling coach shows, whichever underhook I want his head and his balance to be off to the side that I want or don't want the underhook, either or. Both sides end up opening up. So if I pull his head this way, this side is usually the one that opens up. Or if I pull his head this way and he pinches this side off, usually you swim to the far side and you can get the underhook that way. And even from stand up, our goals are all gonna be the same if you want this arm crush position again. You can do throws from here, you can be in stand up and drop into the Sumigashi and do all that other stuff. So, main thing from stand up, off balancing to get the underhook. From butterfly, when he's on his knees, same principles apply. I need to off balance him to get to that underhook. So, the easiest way, and the way that Gordon shows it, is if I can lift him into the air and make one of his hands touch the mat, you can always overhook or underhook that arm. So, for the basic principles of the butterfly guard real quickly, the main thing I need to do is scoop my butt in and keep him connected, preferably getting chest to chest. And then I can fall backwards and his hands post, because it's either that or his head hits the mat. And once a hand posts, I can just turn my legs a little bit the opposite direction and take our position and sit back up. And now I readjust into a deep version, and now we're in on any of our attacks. So one more time, I need to have him off balance, because if he's here just playing defensively, and I want this underhook and he knows it, then they can just sit there all day and hand fight with you. So it's best to scoot in, connect, fall, and as an option, he'll either hit his face on the mat and go over the top, or they'll post. And when they post, I just rotate my legs and extend that direction, and I end up pushing them off to the side that I want this. And if they fall, that's great. You can take them all the way over. If they don't, now you're in the arm crush position. The same position applies from close guard. I'm in Darius' close guard, and he's trying to do this to me. If he can break me down doing any of the basic ways to break people down, my hands plant, and he grabs this underhook position, and now he applies all the same exact principles. Elbow high, hands closest came to the armpit, shoulder rolled forward, and head driving into my arm all at the same time. Can't get my arm out of this, and now he can scoot his legs away, and now he can go for this arm crush. There's a triangle here, yes. So, all the same principles. You're breaking posture so that the balance is off, so they have to post, and with that post, you steal the underhook and follow all the same principles. Elbow, armpit, hand, and shoulder.